And then they said 3 words that changed my life. Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I'm Papa Pepper. Yes, see that right there? Upside down horseshoe. I did that. And I know what some of you guys are thinking. Some of you guys are thinking, man, this guy's dumb. Others might be thinking, what's wrong with that boy? Look, I'm not a superstitious man. So I just put it on that way. I thought it'd be easy. I thought it'd be the easy way. When I did that, people said, hey, you gotta have it the other way or all your luck's gonna fall out. You gotta have it the other way. I didn't listen. I haven't even fixed it yet. Look at that. But you might be wondering or curious about what happened to me after I did that. Where is it? Right there. After I did that, what happened? That's what this video is gonna be about. If I step to the side, you might notice my little gar, poor man gar taxidermy thing. Look at that. It busted. I mean, how much closer to the upside down horseshoe could you get? Now, it didn't just happen to happen. There's wind blowing right now. There was wind blowing before. It blew over this thing of fence pickets and smashed right into it, breaking it in half. But that's not all that happened. Yes, it happened. Look, it's destroyed. It's destroyed. But there's more than that happened. I also had an opportunity to get some access to a free tractor. Free tractor! Backhoe attachment, front end loader, and I got a lot done after I did that. Free tractor access. I also got a free pile of fence pickets to add to my free source pile, and I'm really trying to make a lean-to to store that stuff so it doesn't just sit out in the sun, out in the rain. And after I got this, I got like 50 18-foot long, 2-foot wide sheets of barn tin with some ridge cap for it too. All that for free. Boy, if that's what happens when my luck runs out, can you even imagine if I would have had that horseshoe flipped the other way? But that ain't all of it. So 52 full length, or 18 footers, and one that's short, and one I didn't count that's bent in the middle. So some partials too, but while we were there, we got so many other cool things. One of my goals when I put in my root cellar is to build an outdoor kitchen on top. I've got a deer hanging right now that I harvested earlier today, and I want to have just a series where I can hang up maybe 3 or even 4 deer at a time. So the cool thing is we got some pulleys, some of these cranks with cables. This one doesn't happen to have the handle part, but it still works, and I could just sit there and crank it up. And just by doing that, I could raise my deer, I could switch this, and I could lower it. These were used to roll the sides up and down in the barns. And now I've got some of these. Not that we use it, but I grabbed it just because it was there. But look at this. Anyone know what this thing's for? If you know, comment below. What's this thing for? And comment tactfully. You kids know what that's for?
Yes, sir.
All of you do? Mm-hmm. Wow. They use feeders like this there with these little covers on it so they can kind of stick their heads through and eat them. I can always use more things to hold feed children. Some of these can go get washed, and you guys can use them when you feed your chickens and stuff like that. I got some smaller pulleys too, and even some really little ones, which is really cool because I'm actually building a type of crossbow for bow fishing. Been working on it for a bit, and I tried making my own kind of pulleys. That wasn't gonna work, so I'll use some of these or some of the other ones and make my own, which will be much better. Yeah, to use these rather than making my own. Got a little bit of this too, so I can work out, you know. Look at all my bad luck. Now I'm gonna get in shape. And a variety of random other stuff. You guys know what that is, right? Yeah. You think we should mount it on the front of your pony? No, so it looks like a rhinoceros? No? No. Alright, there's a pile of other stuff here. But I'm gonna show Mama this, and then I gotta tell you something that happened earlier, which is worth so much on the street right now. And another thing just happened for free.
I asked Dad if we could put the covers on these so that when we feed the chickens, then, because normally when we feed the chickens on just like their metal feed pans, they'll go into them and they'll just stand in them and stuff, and they'll tip it over, or they'll put the feet out. And if they have this, they can't really stand in it that well, and they can just put their heads in mostly.
Right, so they won't be able to scratch all that grain out of there. Nice, good idea. I wasn't even thinking that, daughter, but that's so much better. And son, I got you a present you might really like.
Really?
Really? Wheelie?
Really?
Do you really like it? You really do?
Yes.
Oh, right. So our cow Xenia here is a short-legged Dexter, but she knows how to climb to the upper side and step on rocks to reach the feed bin. Pretty smart for a short-legged cow. What do you guys think about that? She's like the same size as your pony now, but the pony's on flat ground. And she climbed up on the rocks.
You're gonna fall soon if you take one more step.
Be careful, cow.
They look so cute.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
So do you?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Look at this pile here. And then I'll show you something else too.
Oh, look at that pile. You're right.
It's like probably 52 good pieces that are all the same length. And one that's kind of broken in half and the short one on top. But you look at the length of those and the span I'm trying to go here. Yeah, they've got holes, so they'll need to be coated, which is fine. That'll help them endure longer. And then they got one rusty side and one side that looks pretty new. But the we'll put the rusty side up anyway and, you know, coat it.
Awesome. That sounds great, darling.
And check out these guys behind you. Or by them shopping carts.
Oh yeah, that's the pulleys.
Yeah, so these cranks. So you got the crank, you turn, it works with the pulleys and this cable. And I got 4 of them right there. Well, we should be able to mount like 3 of them in our outdoor kitchen. And then just kind of crank up your entire deer carcass, you know? And then lower it back down and stuff like that.
Do we want to keep them out here, or is this just going to make it worse for them to get more rusted?
That's a good question. Why, you making room in there?
Yeah.
All right, all right.
We're going to have to.
That sounds good. Hey, buddy. Hey! You got one for me? You got one for me? Oh, he almost did.
Not right now, Pa.
Aww.
He's busy.
All right. He's got one shirt that says "Made You Smile," and it's a pretty good shirt for him. Because what's he do?
It makes you smile.
Hey, Chili, buddy. Hey, you got one for me? No, he's curious about heading in the cave. And once we make our lean-to, we can sort through that whole thing. Right, little girl?
Yeah.
What is that? What animal is that?
Rabbit.
A rabbit? Hey, you want to practice Spanish? Let's try this. Yo soy tu papá.
No, one, Baba.
One papa?
Yeah.
No, yo soy tu papá.
No, one, Baba. That's you.
That's a deer?
Yeah.
What should Papa do to the deer?
Rabbit.
Shoot it?
Yeah.
You want to eat it?
No.
Why do you want me to shoot it if you don't want to eat it?
No.
Yo soy tu papá.
No, one, Baba.
She says one papa.
No, two, Baba. I did.
Two papa and 3. What? Are you up in there too? Bugger, you in a... Somewhere in the depths of there, there's a bugger too. Oh, that one is a baby deer. We'll wait till it gets bigger to eat it, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Hold her, open the gate. You hold More trouble's gonna come. I heard people. Like that. Hold her until I shut the gate.
Here you go, darling.
All right.
And that's not all of it, but that entire section there, ground beef, 2-pound tubes, all that. I put some in the other freezer, and I'm gonna make some refrigerator salami out of some when I make that venison jerky.
Wow.
What
That's
says you?
Awesome.
Darling, and I hung a horseshoe upside down first. All my luck could have fell out, but we still got stuff like that. What do you think it means? What do you think it means?
What do I think what means?
Well, if I hung my horseshoe upside down, all my luck fell out, and this still happened.
Blessings, darling.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for blessing us with all this meat. Wow, look at those bags. I don't think I've ever seen bags this big before. The
2-pound tubes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good size for our family too, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Hi, Papa.
Hey, baby, don't go in the freezer. Hello, Shaipook. Hey.
Zaiboot.
Oh, you're a Shaipook?
No, yeah, Zaiboot.
This Zaiboot?
No, Zaiboot.
So, a little bit ago I was at a store, and as I'm kind of in the sporting goods area of that store, somebody passes by and they were like, hi. Look over and I'm like, hi, you know? And then they said 3 words that changed my life. They said, I'm a subscriber. And I said, oh. And I ran into a couple of them recently. One when I was doing a job, one was I was at one store, one when I was at another store. So although I'm not a huge channel or anything, definitely people in our general area a lot of them enjoy our lifestyle, living similar lifestyles, and then sometimes see me out and about. And I asked what their username was, and they told me it, you know, their YouTube name. And I said, oh, you've been watching for a while then, because I recognized it. And wasn't too long later, you know, we talked a little bit there. Wasn't too long later, and they reached out and they said, hey, we've got a cow. We weren't planning on butchering. We still have our spring steer, you know, filling up our freezer. We're gonna have this thing processed, and we thought maybe you guys could use some, or know some people who could. And I'm like, yes, we could use some. We know some people who could, and orchestrated a couple different things where today was the pickup day. And I don't know, darling, there's probably like 25 of those or something. I mean, that's like 50 pounds or more of ground beef. You know what that's worth on the street? So yeah, that was a huge blessing today. Just a huge blessing. So obviously we're gonna cherish that. I'm gonna make some really good refrigerator salami first. Cool thing is, I'll talk to you about this in a little bit too, lady. They got a rooster culling party coming up, and they were gonna try to do them all in one day. And I said, well, maybe we could say our thank you by coming out, bringing some aprons and knives, and you know, see what we could do. And also, they have never pressure canned, but they want to get into that. So I said, well, maybe while some of us are helping cull, and hey, little buddy, hey, maybe you could give some pressure cannon pointers. So a way for us to give back and say thank you to somebody who was saying thank you for us for the videos. So that's where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got some experience now, but it's something you just kind of started up because you knew it had to be done. And her fermentation, we're going to get into some videos on that. People want to know. They gave me like a whole bowl of fermented carrots when I got home from getting all that metal. That was such a blessing. I can't imagine if all my luck was still in that horseshoe and I didn't dump it out. I probably would have had 2 bowls of fermented carrots.
I do have 2 jars of fermented carrots.
Well, guys, in the grand scheme of things, we believe not in luck. You know, we really don't. However, I nail something up on my wall, something like that, I think it's irrelevant. Do I think that there's different signs or symbols or things that go into the occult and do other things? Oh, absolutely. Do I think that there's blessings and curses? Absolutely. And we just seek God's blessing on our life, seek to obey Him and live for Him. And, you know, come what may, I don't plan on making out of here alive, and I've got somewhere better to go when we're done with here. So if we obey Him and have a blessed life here because of it, that's fine. A lot of it is you reap what you sow. So I'll keep my horseshoe the way that it is, right? Yeah. All right, Papa out.